Commission of Inquiry into the Public Investment Corporation resumes today. At the same time, a key judgment is expected in the North Gauteng High Court. It comes after the court heard an urgent interdict last week by AYO Technology Solutions against the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission. The CIPC in February issued the asset manager with a compliance notice to recover its 4.3 billion rand investment in the JSE-listed technology company. It also wants any interest that may have accrued on the investment paid within 6 months. Now, ENCAA's Heidi Jockers has been following this inquiry very closely for us, and she joins us now live ahead of proceedings getting underway. Now, Heidi, remind us, head of impact investment, Roy Raja, spoke in depth about the S&S deal, which involved former Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene's son, Siyabonga Nene. Do we assume that, according to this information, that it seems like Nene Jr. was just there to open up the door for his business partner?
Exactly, Marcel. So yesterday we heard from Head of Impact Investment, Roy Raja, who spoke about the S&S refinery deal in depth. We heard about it last week already from the executive assistants to the CEO. But basically what Raja needed to explain to the Commission is how this deal went about and how this deal got through to the PIC, given the fact that Nhlanhla Nene was the Deputy Finance Minister at the time, which automatically made him the chairperson of the PIC board. And here is his son, together with his business partner, Ahmed Misra, bringing in a deal and a potential investment to the PIC. However, we do understand that Siyabonga Nene did drop out of the deal at the last minute because of BE issues. However, we heard from Jill Marcus, who is Assistant Commissioner here at the inquiry, that it basically seemed as though Siyabonga Nene had just opened up the door for his business partner, Ahmed Misra, to get the investment from the PIC into S&S refinery. And Rajda basically saying that, yes, in fact, in hindsight, if we look back, this was basically why Siyabonga Nene potentially was supposed to be Ahmed Misra's business partner at the time. So major issues around that deal, given the fact that Nhlanhla Nene's son was one of the business partners and then dropped out at the last minute, and the deal continued to go through with Ahmed Misra, who was set to be his business partner.
Now, Heidi, how did this deal eventually play out?
Not very good, Marcel. We do understand that from yesterday's testimonies from Constance Madzikanda that in actual fact she's a portfolio manager and she looks at post-investments. So she goes and she assesses all the investments after they've been made. And we understood from her testimony that in fact this was not a good investment. For years on they tried to get financial reports, financial statements, key documents and information about S&S refinery, and to no avail. They could not get any access to this. I mean, excuses were given to the PIC that the person who has the information and the financial statements has left the country for personal reasons and has taken the laptop with him with that key information and those key documents, which really put the PIC in a very difficult position, given the fact that they needed to see how the company was performing, given the fact that it was a new company that had been established, a new refinery based in Mozambique, given market conditions in that country at the time. The PIC needed to see how that investment was doing. We do understand as well that S&S refinery has not serviced its loan to the PIC since 2015, which really puts the PIC in a very difficult position, given the fact that it has invested over 600 million rand into S&S refinery to date.
Are we expected to hear any more about any other wheeling and dealing today?
Yes, we are. So we're going to hear about a company called MST, which is Mobile Specialized Technologies. And the reason why this deal is being brought into the spotlight specifically is because this is the supposed company that that the PIC invested or gave a loan to. We don't understand or really know which amounts. It's supposed 300,000, but there's also a 21 million rand figure being thrown up. But But this is the company that the PIC invested in, and the person that was at the forefront of this company is a lady by the name of Pretty Low, who is, there's allegations that this was Dan Machile's lover. So we're going to hear in depth about this investment and this potential loan that was given to MST, and how this deal came about. I mean, was it really Dan Machile's lover, and why did the PIC decide to invest in MST in the first place?
We're going to leave it there for now. Heidi Jacques bringing us up to speed on what we can expect today.